welcome back to the Lynx River Talk. We're here to discuss with you Season 2, Episode 6, Rumours.
Alright, so no introductions this week. We'll just get right into the summary.
So, we start off with we're at the detachment slash Eric's house, because, it's like above the detachment. They're all connected. It has a plumbing leak, so,
Yeah, so water is running down, I guess, in the wall. So then Bertha complains to Sarah about nausea. She's asking questions about possible, miscarriage / abortion. She's wondering how she could possibly lose the baby.
Well, no, she was asking, if there was anything she'd have to, worry about, causing a miscarriage or anything.
And then
Sarah kind of just insinuated that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure if that was what Bertha wanted. I'm not really sure. But, yeah.
So, yeah. At any rate, Sarah trivializes her nausea feelings.
And just everything she's talking about in general.
Yeah, she says it's too late for her to, stop the pregnancy, and then Bertha just kind of storms out. She's upset, obviously. TV gets his first job.
Yes, wood cutting with thanks to stepdaddy Harris.
Yeah, and Peter is not real. He kind of sees that there could be some trouble with this, and he's just kind of laughing about it, but showing his objections.
And Lois and Elsie also didn't think it was the greatest idea.
Yeah, they kind of went, gave Harris the once-over about it, and he's saying, I just got to teach him some responsibility eventually, and they're like, what? He doesn't like you.
Then we've got Bertha being Bertha again. Oh, love these moments where we get to see Lori. She portrays Bertha just beautifully, and she again tells TV how it is. Harris likes your mom. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, she's like, they'd get married if it wasn't for you,
Yeah, it's your mom would be happy if it wasn't for you.
So then Eric showers at Michelle's house, and he comes out in a pink bathrobe.
Which Ellen, who just stopped by, happens to see.
Yeah, good timing. And then, of course, this translates into some gossip. Ellen, not really being the gossipy type, but she obviously told somebody, because it gets out to Jerry and the gossip hounds.
Yeah, Rosie, Willie, Jerry are all gossiping.
Yeah. Rosie's usually not one to gossip, but she's in on this one.
Oh, yeah.
So then
in a way, I think Rosie's almost happy for Michelle. She kind of wants it too.
Yeah, well, we've heard before that she thinks that Eric's good looking.
Yeah, she likes it. No, not good looking, just that he's got the best ass in town.
Yeah.
So Harris, though, he's trying to kind of diffuse everything. Surprisingly, I guess because Michelle's in on what they're gossiping about. It's not just Eric. So.
So then Harris realizes TV's not up in time for work. I guess it's because Peter says, so where's our little lumberjack this morning?
Yeah, and then...
Which is a funny comment, I thought. But then Harris just goes and wakes him up.
And then we've got Rosie. She's screaming. Leon's hurt. And he's he can barely stand. Literally, she's trying to get him. And then Eric and Michelle take him obviously to the health center.
Yeah, and he goes into some sort of allergic reaction.
No, we don't know any of that yet. Let's go.
So TV hires Joey. And then, of course, that ends up with Joey doing all the work. And he's not really told how much he's going to make either. He keeps asking. TV's just you'll make enough type thing.
And then Peters talks to Michelle about Eric, saying maybe they should spend less time together, which really insults Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle takes it, she's a grown woman and she's a professional, so I think she takes that as an insult, like Kiara said, for sure. Cormier arrives. It's bad timing. Michelle and Eric are in the middle of a water fight while they're trying to take over for
very
Leon.
unprofessionally, and very almost flirtatiously.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Rosie screaming because Leon can't breathe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is what I was thinking about when Leon goes into some allergic reaction shock. And he gets an adrenaline shot from Sarah to revive him. So then TV,
He's being a butthole.
yeah, he figures out a home abortion method and he's trying to pawn it off on Bertha. And she's like, stay away from me.
Yeah,
Which is, like, she's like, listen,
again, it's just...
I'm going to have the baby.
Yeah, it's
so
just another... She's just like, don't care.
Mm-hmm.
She loves him and she will put up with him, but only to a certain extent. And that's one of the greatest things about Bertha. She's one of like the strongest characters in a way.
Yeah, she's never afraid to tell him to get lost when she's had enough of him.
Yeah, and when he's being a total dickweed. Okay, so then we've got some gossiping going on in front of Cormier.
Yeah, Jerry kind of goes out of his way to mention the Michelle, Eric, and the shower situation right in front of Cormier.
Yeah, well, I think, Elsie had already kind of, like, mentioned it, but then, like, Jerry, like, really mentioned it.
Yeah, and he tried to, it's like he tried to make it seem like more was going on than we know so far.
Yeah.
So then Lois talks to TV about Harris, and TV's like, well, I'll just leave if you marry him. Like, I'll, get out of here. And she's like, basically like, you always say that type thing.
So Cormier interviews Michelle, offers a promotion with a transfer.
Yeah, and he insinuates some kind of
possible relationship between the two.
Yeah, and she's insulted by this as well. This is, she's a professional, and I think she's, taken aback by these accusations, basically. Yeah,
well, especially since, like, nothing is going on currently at all.
No, not that we know of, obviously. So then Sarah and Rosie debate over Leon's treatment at Elsie's. Elsie's applying some like traditional medicine to his arm.
Sarah really got was really
standoffish, I guess.
Oh, I thought she was like a fucking total C-U-N-T to Elsie.
Yeah, she was rude. Not respecting obviously the traditional.
Yeah, well, it's like she was. I think it's like she's like also like she's starting to go off her rocker right now, and she's like on a one-track mind. Like Leon's her focus, so I don't even think like she was really thinking of Elsie, because usually she's nice to her, but I really didn't like how she acted to Elsie.
And Rosie and her had already gotten into it when Leon originally passed out. She said, "What have you done to him?" Like basically, like she said to Sarah, like she was accusing Sarah of somehow doing that to Leon. So there was kind of some history there, and it kind of continued at Elsie's.
Yeah, Michelle denies rumors to Cormier.
Yeah, she goes and confronts him about it, which, she has every right to do. Harris confronts TV about selling firewood. And basically, Peter had notified him that he's been selling the firewood and that Harris better get the money back because it's the band's money. So Harris is pissed off, and he goes to confront TV, and then they have a little shove. Yeah. TV gives Harris a shove, and Harris is like a wall.
I love that. It was fucking awesome. You just see him give a shove. He doesn't move a centimeter.
Yeah, and then he gives it right back to TV,
and
instantly.
And a lot harder, and TV's like, whoa,
So we have the first little confrontation between them that gets physical, I guess. And then
Yeah, well, it's like he's like, well, I'm not gonna like abuse you, but I'm not gonna sit here and let you do anything to me. You want to fight, boy? We'll fight. I think that's what he was kind of going for.
Yeah, we kind of realized through the years that Harris can fight.
Yeah.
TV learns how to eventually. So then Sarah.
You're telling them everything.
Sorry.
Sarah finds out Oh!
Yeah, she finds out that one of the medications she gave Leon was...
It was actually what he was allergic to. Like, he's allergic to penicillin, but caramycin is also what he was allergic to, and she thought, like, she's slowly losing it here, and you could tell she was upset about the fact that she messed up and everything.
Yeah, well, and imagine, like, after being how standoffish she was with Rosie, having to admit she was wrong, like, for a strong person like her, that'd be hard.
Yeah, well, you could tell she was definitely upset by it, but yeah, it wasn't a good thing, so yeah.
So then Eric...
No, Michelle threatens to get a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, and then, basically, we find out that Cormier wasn't going to transfer for her anyways. He was just kind of bluffing, and once he found out that nothing was really going on, that he wasn't going to do anything.
So Sarah called Yellowknife. Eric and Michelle kind of like, I wonder who called Yellowknife. And then Michelle actually thinks it was Peter, and it wasn't.
And then she asked Peter. Peter investigates. Thinks maybe it was Jerry. It wasn't Jerry.
Yeah, so nobody ever kind of figured it out, and then Eric's like thinking to himself,
he has a hunch.
So he goes off and sees Sarah, and then he talks to her, and we find out Sarah called Yellowknife, and she admits this.
Yeah, and she says that he has a responsibility to these people. And
yeah,
and she really seems a little kind of disturbed in this scene.
But then he actually gets her to almost reevaluate why she called. And
well, he's like, it wasn't true though.
Yeah, and then but it's like she actually thought that in her head that was the case until he said that, and then it's like it clicked. I don't know. That's kind of what I saw. Anyways.
So then Eric tells Michelle about it, and Michelle is like, "Holy crap!"
Yeah.
But she kind of, I think, knew. He says or something like.
And so Eric kisses me. I don't know why I was gonna call her Michelle, almost like Andre Cormier. He often calls her Michelle.
Yeah, that's how he pronounces it. I guess because of his French accent.
Yeah.
But yeah, Eric makes a move on Michelle. It's like a moment happens between them, and she leaves abruptly. And then they canceled their Thursday night dinner, which has been going on.
It wasn't really mutual. It seemed like he was calling to kind of check or in something. He was hoping it seemed like that it might lead to something. In my opinion, you guys can insinuate your own and actually tell me what you think. But then Michelle cancels it, and then he just kind of agrees. That's what I thought would happen. But you let us know. What do you think? Do you think it was mutual? Do you think Michelle was the one that ended it? Whatever.
And then as Eric hangs up the phone,
the plumbing is leaking!
Yeah, water starts to drip down out of the floor again. So.
Yeah, I don't know why I did it in that voice specifically, but I thought
it made it more exciting.
Exactly! Like that.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we'll start with our questions. So, do you think Sarah phoned Yellowknife because she was bitter about Eric breaking up with her, or because she still has feelings for him, or something else entirely? Sandra did mention that Sarah was the one who ended it. Yeah, well, with the whole fact that Sarah actually attempted to get back with him a couple times and he rejected her, that's what I meant by it. I just meant she got that rejection feeling. Sorry. I just didn't want to phrase the question in 100 words. I'm really bad at explaining things, so I'll usually over-explain. Okay, so Linda says, I think Sarah was jealous and angry at Eric. That is why she called Yellowknife. I think she was so messed up mentally at that point. She wasn't sure what she was feeling. All she expressed was anger toward Eric and everyone else. What do you think?
I'll go along with that. I mean, you can see there's some some definite clues that in this episode she's kind of cracking mentally.
Mhm.
She's
well, we've
not
seen
herself, and she's kind of like, displaying it, I guess, more now.
I think we really saw like when her dad came, and it's just been like slowly getting worse, and you've mostly it's like one crack per episode or something, and this episode there was quite a few cracks. So
When she has the talk with Eric, it's like almost surreal. It's like
Yeah,
they're
it's-
not really even talking to each other.
yeah,
Like,
she's like when she's talking to him, that was intense. Like Tracy did. Whew.
yeah, Tracy's a great actress.
That was that was almost like creepy in a way, just the way she was talking.
Mhm.
Okay, question 2. Would Michelle and Eric have gotten involved if Cormier hadn't have intervened? I'm not sure if they would have, just because of, you could see here at the end of like Michelle's kind of professionalism. Like I said, I think she was the one who canceled it, and Eric still would have kept going into those Thursday dinners. So because of that, that's my reasoning. But in another way, I do also agree with Linda. I think Eric and Michelle would have gotten together if it weren't for Cormier intervening. You could see the chemistry between the two, and they were very attracted to each other. They also became close friends working together.
Yeah, I think they would have gotten together. I think you could see in this episode there was like some excitement in both of them, like just to see each other on those like
True.
meetings, and that's
might
kind
have
of like
been-
a precursor to some romance.
It might have just been like...
I mean, maybe it would have been short-lived. Who knows?
Yeah, but true. If Cormier hadn't have come to reprimanded them, it could have been like where Thursday night dinners kept happening to the point where something eventually just escalated because there was severe chemistry.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that back. I think I'm back on the track that they would have gotten together.
We flipped you around to the other side.
Yes, again.
That's cool.
So yeah, that is it for today. We are hoping to do another trivia at the end of the month. Let us know what day you guys are thinking of.
Yeah, maybe we can set up some more definite meeting times this time. We'll see.
We'll have that set up. We're also thinking about possibly doing a second format of it where it's text format instead of just video call format for those people who either can't do the video call or don't want to.
Yeah, some people just don't want to be, live on video. That's cool.
So yeah, anyways.
So yeah, thanks a lot. Great episode again.
We'll see you for episode 7, The Lost Weekend.
Yeah, we've all had lost weekends. We'll see you then. Bye.